Hey y'all, thanks for checking out Euclid Mining. So tonight I am up pretty early. It's about 5 a.m. and I just couldn't sleep. I woke up to go to the bathroom and got a lot on my mind with work and start thinking about mining. And so I decided to come out here and just check out some of the comments on my channel, respond back to as many as I can, and I appreciate all of the comments. But, when I see somebody like Beetle who was talking about mining Meow Coin, and I love getting the perspective of other miners. It definitely, gives you a better sense of what's going on out there. And Beetle mentioned that he's mining Meow Coin. So let's take a look. And yeah, Meow Coin right now is at the top of the list. Just a couple other days, Grin was top of the list. Grin is not that far down. I consider it's these sections that they break them up with the ads in between, first and second sections, being, things that I would consider looking at. But, as you get further down, you start getting away from that. When you see bigger coins like Zero, Vert Coin's been around, Flux, Firo, Ergo, and Ergo. What can I say about Ergo? I do hope for the best. I am not mining Ergo right now. I know a lot of bigger YouTube crypto miners have called out for people to help. Some up front, like Son of a Tech, who was right out in front and asking people to help. And then the very next day was saying that he thought it was a lost cause. Now there's the new proposal to try to solve the problem. And I see other crypto miners jump on board and say, oh yeah, now we got to help them. And, you wonder why they weren't there in the beginning, why they're there now. And, unfortunately, I just don't know what the best is. I could say, I'm supporting Caspa right now is what I'm mining. And that's what I'm supporting right now. Ergo has potential. Maybe there'll be some benefits to mining Ergo now and helping out into the future. I'm just not mining Ergo right now. Some coins have done a little bit better. The ETHW actually was quite a bit and then dropped, and I think it's back up to around $10 right now. So that went down from whatever it started at, down to $5, and now it's still at around $10. So but I mean, when you start looking down, I thought Nice Ash was going to be the big champion in all of this, but apparently they are down here at the bottom of the list also. I think everybody's kind of feeling like they're at the bottom of the list right now, but I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing that we're going to mine Meow Coin and it's going to get us any closer to where we want to be. I know people are spec mining, and everybody's spec mining. I mean, really, even the big crypto miners, anybody who's mining right now is a spec miner. Nobody is, mining straight up for profit. Everybody's mining at a loss. And, you got to pick which one is the one. I mean, Meow Coin 325 and 309. If you go and look at, some of these others, you can making less, but also losing less. I don't know what the best is. I mean, Cortex making $1.18 a day, but you're only losing $1.12 a day. Where does it end? Look, I have said it before. I'm driving the bus. We're going till the wheels fall off. I'm not leaving. I'm just expressing my opinion and my feelings on where we are and what's going on. So, Caspa, I like Neoxa, and I'll be honest. Now that we're getting into the winter and the colder months, and like I said in my last video, my wife doesn't like it with the heat on as much. She likes it chilly. So as you can see, I'm bundled up. I got my sweatpants on. Neoxa is probably what I'm going to end up going back towards, or maybe having one rig on Neoxa and one on Caspa. But Caspa's where I've been sticking right now. Is it the answer? I don't know. None of this is financial advice. Do what's best for your pocket or pocketbook. And let me tell you right now, you got to look out for yourself, because at losing, $3.40 a day, look, I'm losing almost $3 a day. Like I said before, though, also is that, my job allows me to pay my electricity bill for mining through my job. So I look at it as, like I said before, paying for a hobby. So, am I going to chase Meow Coin? No. Have I chased a couple coins? Yes. But I decided that, having 20 bags of small amounts of coins is not going to get you anywhere, because you're just going to be hopping back and forth. That's why, in my opinion, I thought mining on, things like, Z Pool or Zerg Pool, as the alternative to NiceHash. The good thing there is that, you can mine the most profitable. So right now, Kapow seemingly is one of the more profitable algorithms, right? So we've got Meow Coin, we've got Neoxa, we've got Ravencoin, not far down the list. So perhaps mining one of them, or letting it do the profit switching, where it's always looking for the best coin to mine, may be the answer. And I'm going to look into that a little bit more over the next couple days and do a little testing and see about mining on them and seeing what my profitability is compared to just mining straight, let's say on 2 miners or another pool. So, yeah, I don't think I'm going to chase Meow Coin. I saw it, and at first I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. Beetle had mentioned it, and I even wrote back to him and said, what are you mining that with? What are you thinking that maybe it was, some other CPU mineable or an ASIC miner? I was like, I've never even heard of this, and probably been about 2 or 3 days, because I've just been so busy with work that I hadn't looked at what to mine, because I am just mining Caspa right now, and I kind of did the set it and forget it thing. Sometimes I have these little clips in, the set it and forget it. I don't know if anybody's ever seen that clip I've got in there from that infomercial. I even was going to put one in this video for Austin Powers, where, I was going to tell you, look, I can't keep chasing and having 20 bags of coins. And then, that when he's getting all this stuff and he says, that's not my bag, baby, But I don't even think that having a little humor in these videos is even there. I think that we really kind of got to get serious and think about what's going on. A lot of people are probably shutting down. A lot of people are probably moving away from mining altogether. Some shut down for a little bit, some are moving on, some are sticking with it. And but I just don't think that chasing all of these coins is going to be worth it. I mean, Meow Coin will drop, it's the flavor of the week. It will drop, and we'll still keep things like Neoxa, Caspa, Ravencoin. Couple of these will stay on top. Conflux but Conflux has dropped down too. I mean, some of these bigger ones, the hash rate, not the hash rate, but the difficulty, has just gone so high. It's not going to get a chance to get any better until more miners either shut down, which I'm sorry to say, is not the thought or what I want. I want everybody back up and running. I want everybody mining. I want everybody making money. But it's just not there. And just for reference, I am checking these numbers with my 2 cards that I'm using. 16 cards. Excuse me. I got 16 cards going. The RTX 3060 Ti. I got that 8-card rig, and the RTX 3060. I also have that 8-card rig. Both LHR rigs. Not that it matters anymore. But trying to get over a cold too. So, but anyway, that's really it. I just wanted to put a little video out, and not to be depressing or to bring anybody down, but you know, this is just the state of affairs. And I'm looking at different options. I'm looking at ASICs. I've seen a lot of ASICs and a lot of prices come down. And I'll tell you, some of them are profitable. And when I say profitable, I mean 6 or 7 cents a day profitable. But at least it's not negative $3.09. So I'll tell you something else, and I mention it, but CPU mining. Beetle had mentioned that as well. I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at profitability for CPU mining, and CPU mining is actually profitable in the pennies, the same as the ASICs. But that is just what it is. Now, of course, there are some ASICs that are extremely profitable. There's mine that I'm mining right now with my rigs, Caspa. Both of those are on it. You can see my 16 cards, all Caspa. But if we look at some of the values of what's going, yeah, sure, $62 a day. That only costs about $15,000. I don't have $15,000. Sorry to say, $10,000 for some of these. I just don't have it. But what I do have are some miners that are still profitable, like some of these Gold Shell, some of these the iPollo, but I mean, just the list goes on. I mean, what do you got? You got an L3 L3 plus, banging away. I mean, even an LT5, losing $1 a day. Everything in a silicon, look, the S19 right now, negative 68 cents. And again, this is not to be a downer, but it's the truth. And it's a tough pill to swallow. I haven't shaven either. I've been sick. I haven't felt well. I've never seen. I don't think I've seen that one before. It's on Blake. Some of these miners that I've never even heard of are more profitable than some of the bigger ones that people have been using. An M30S++. I think the M20 is a more profitable one, I think. But I forgot which one. I think it was like the M20. Yeah, no, it's M20S 431. Yeah. I know we got to stay strong. We got to stay positive. And again, this is not supposed to be a downer video, and it probably is. But I'm just saying that I was looking at some of my comments and stuff on here. The truth is that I'm not going to chase Meow Coin. By the time I mine some of this, what are we getting? 7,000 Meow Coin a day for my rigs. I mean, so I'm going to have, mine it for a week and have 50,000 Meow Coin. And then Meow Coin's going to drop down, and we're going to be looking, where's Meow Coin? You're going to be like, oh, look, there's Meow Coin, down here. And it's not even going to be profitable anymore because people are going to jump. And the biggest thing, I would say, the takeaway from today's video, and if you've stuck around long enough or you're not, depressed enough from watching this, I think the only thing you can do is to mine and hold. And I think that's the only thing that's going to save mining right now, to be honest. I think it's going to be who's going to sit longer on their bags. With people, mining and then selling right away, trying to get any profit they can, it's not going to help the situation. With people, sitting for a little while, or hopefully, maybe indefinitely, there may be a chance. But if you mine and then immediately sell to make any money you can, because you need to make anything for, to pay your electric, well, then you need to consider what you're doing. And this is the cold hard truth. And I've said it before. I've said it a million times to other people. But you ever go to an interview and they ask you, what's your greatest strength? What's your greatest weakness? Mine is the same exact thing. I kind of tell it how it is. I don't really sugarcoat too much. I kind of just say how it is. A lot of us work in different industries, but at the end of the day, when things have to get done, they have to get done. And you don't have time all the time to hold someone's hand and to say, please, and could you, you're such a great employee, could you do this for me? Sometimes it's busy and you just got to say, hey, look, this needs to get done, that needs to get done right afterwards. I need you to do it right now. And you need them to react to that in a way that they're going to get that job done. And sometimes people don't react the same as others. Some people that understand the sense of urgency will react in the way that's needed. And right now, I am telling you that unless people start sitting on their bags and quit thinking about, what they're going to sell or what they're going to make, we're not going to make it. Somebody like Beetle, who's spec mining and who is potentially going to be sitting on these coins looking for a future, that's great. I've been mining Caspa since the merge, and I haven't sold anything. I used to, trade my or get my payouts from Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I did use that money to buy other equipment and to do other things. But now it's a different landscape. Everything has changed. The world of mining is different than it was just a couple weeks ago. And we all have to understand that. And I'm going to be the one that tells you how it is. I'm sure there's a lot of different sites or channels that you can go to that are going to be, sunshine and rainbows and, Skittles falling from the sky and all happy times. But unfortunately, it's not. It's cloudy. There's no unicorns, there's dragons, and it's not Skittles coming down, friends. It's acid rain. No, I'm just saying. Maybe it's not that bad. But Jesus, it sure feels like it. So I'm staying on. I'm not stopping. I am mining. I am mining at a loss, just like you. But I'm sitting on my bag, and that's my situation. That's not your situation. And if you need to sell, then brother and sister, sell every penny you got to make your bills. Do what you got to do to get through and get by if you have to. But, not the financial advice, but if you can sit, I think that's the only way that this is going to work. Crypto in general is in a bad space. We are pretty tight still. Let's bring it up. Bitcoin at $19,100. Ethereum, big Ethereum. Gonna moon. It's gonna, look, I had one Ethereum, I bought Ethereum when it was down a little bit lower than it even is now. And I thought, a lot of people were selling it, saying, F Ethereum, and it's not going to go anywhere. And you know what? I swapped mine and I put it into a stable coin, to be honest. I got USDC. As a matter of fact, I have it on Polygon, USDC on Polygon. So, that is what it is. And I'm holding on that, and I'm debating on buying into something else now that things are even lower right now, in hopes that they are going to get better. Excuse me. But I think I traded my Ethereum out. Maybe it was like $13.50 just, the other week. And I decided to dip out And to trade out, I think I kept maybe like 30 or $40 in Ethereum in case I wanted to do anything on the network for gas fees. But I took everything else and swapped it or put it in a different coin. I've been stacking Raven. I like Raven. Neoxa, I like that one. And I want that to do well. I want everything to do well. But we're not there yet. So, anyway, that's my 5 a.m. rant. It's not the prettiest picture, and it's the truth though. So we're gonna have to diversify. We're gonna have to look at other avenues. I'm currently looking at a couple ASICs, and that's, look, ASICs are cool. They make money. And if you're into just making money, then hey, grab a couple ASICs. Go drop 15 grand and go buy one of these, big ASICs, and bank the cash. Get your $62.98 a day. And I hope you make it. I really do. For me, I've loved GPU mining because, not that I enjoy when my rig is down, but I enjoy troubleshooting. I enjoy working with it. I like working with computers. It was a profession of mine for a good many years, and I loved every minute of it, most every minute of it. And that's why I kind of found a home with GPU mining, because it got me back into computers as a side hobby, and as a little bit of a side hustle, and it was great. That's wrong. It wasn't great. It is great. I love doing what I'm doing. I do. And I know a lot of you do too. And it's hard to stop a hobby that you're passionate about. But unfortunately, this is a tough hobby to be in right now. Yeah. It's a tough spot to be in. But I'm here, and I love the comments, and I love to hear that people are still pushing forward, whether it be on one GPU, that you have in your gaming rig that you're still mining, or you've got a larger farm. Some of the bigger ones have shut down. Look, I was at 1 gig when I was doing Ethereum. I think people will probably always use Ethereum as a benchmark to talk about where they were, because now if you look at, say, Caspa, I think I'm at like 6,500 for mine. Yeah, 65 or 6.5 gigahash. I wish I was 6.5 gigahash back when we were doing Ethereum. So it's tough to talk about different things right now, because so many different coins and tokens have different hash rates, or measured in different ways, that it's a lot harder to just say, hey, I'm mining, I'm at 6.5 gigahash on Caspa, and for someone to get an understanding of where that is, so I'll just say I'm at 1 gig for what was Ethereum. As a matter of fact, I'm not even at what was 1 gig for Ethereum, because I don't have the RX cards running, and they were putting about what was it, about 120 and about 50 here, about 170 megahash, 180 megahash. Well, probably more like 170, because these cards are not the greatest, but about another 170 megahash. So realistically, and then of course I don't have that A4000 running yet, because I just don't have any room, and I didn't want to spin up another computer just to run that one card, because then you got to factor in the power for the computer itself to run that one card, and the card itself is negative. So if you had a whole rig running off of one computer, off one board, that can kind of offset, but running one card is is tough also, on just on your board. So yeah, y'all, we got to stick together. We got to keep holding, and we got to stay positive in the best ways that we can, and not stop, because the end isn't near. This is a beginning, a new chapter of where we are and where we're heading to. But when we get out of this slump, there will be sunshine and rainbows and unicorns and all the good times again. When was it going to be? If you got a coin, go ahead and flip it, because your guess is as good as mine. So, yeah. Well, we got another 20 minutes and I got to get up for work. So, I'm going to wrap it up and just say that there's work to be done. Stay strong. I can't tell you not to chase some of these coins and find something that may be more profitable for you right now. Unfortunately, I started putting in different wallets on my computers. And I got a Neoxa, I got a Ravencoin. Well, I used Ravencoin on a different, but you get the point. Then you're gonna have a thing for Meow Coin. I had one for Pulsar. You're gonna have all these different wallets, and I can't say that I'm extremely excited to have all these wallets, and then to see if there's gonna be any of these coins that are gonna be rugs. Who knows where they're gonna be. And that's something else that you'll have to watch out for, potential scams. I mean, you get a group of investors who may put in and start a coin up. They may buy, a large chunk of those tokens, which will shoot it up, and everybody will be like, oh my God, and I don't want to knock on Meow Coin, but, they'll be like, wow, look at Meow Coin. It's going high. Everybody mine it. And then everybody gets involved. People start buying into it. And then the creators, dump, and you're left holding the bag. So we got to be careful on what you do. I did get invested into one coin that I saw going up, and about a week later, there was nothing left. Now I put about $120 into it. But I'll tell you what, I wish I had that $120 back in my pocket. Now it's, which is crazy, is that people are still buying into it, even though it's completely over. And I looked up my coins, and they're worth like 20 cents or something, some ridiculous amount. We all make mistakes, huh? Let's all try to work together and make this work. So, a lot of work ahead for everybody. So, anyway, y'all, I appreciate all of you checking in. Early morning. Been rambling on for almost a half an hour. Got to get ready for work. I'll see y'all later. Take it easy.